Today I've got another essay for you by Tagore, and it's called Man and Woman. It was translated into English by Amitabh Chaudhary, and I'm going to read it from the book called Selected Essays on Aesthetics by Rabindranath Tagore. Now, the essay Man and Woman, of course, it talks about man and woman, or more specifically, I should say, the feminine and the masculine, and something that these days you can't really write or talk about. So it's interesting that people who have lived before us, how they perceived gender and how they expressed the identity of masculine and feminine, and what it symbolized for them. So I'm going to read a few passages from the essay. Here we go. Men have valor and women have grace. This saying is in vogue in all countries. We have added an extra thing to it in our country. We say women are an epitome of goodness. All ceremonies that signify good wishes are entrusted to women. We identify the combination of grace and good as woman power. When going on a trip away from home, we believe in more power in the blessing of mother than that of the father. It seems that women's prayers from inside the house always reach God like the sweet-smelling smoke of incense. That prayer is in their vermilion sign, their bangles, the conch sounded by them, and in their expressed and unexpressed good wishes. Sisters mark the forehead of their brothers with sandalwood paste as a prayer for their well-being. We know Savitri had rescued her husband from the clutches of death. Men not only find happiness in the love of women, they also find goodness in it. It means that in one way, as we understand it, love is not only an attitude of the heart, it is also an all-encompassing power like Earth's gravitational force. It is everywhere. Women's love can easily use that power of the universe. The strength of love is in the nature of Vishnu, rearing the whole world, and that power is Lakshmi, wife of Vishnu. What we think and imagine about Lakshmi, we see her manifest in the ideal of womanhood. Lakshmi's beauty is the sign of fulfillment. So long as there is hesitation in creation, beauty is not seen. But when there is total harmony, beauty is revealed. Man's search for this beauty has not ended, and it will never end. He who is always making a new path and moving to the unknown can never reach the final destination. The brush of the Creator has not drawn the last line in the nature of man, and man remains ever incomplete. Woman's nature is established in her own stable stage. She does not have to run on the dangerous and insurmountable road to fulfillment. A specific biological nature has designed her fulfillment. She is the carrier of life and rears it. Nature has no hesitation about it. The ultimate fulfillment is to create, nurture, and gratify life. And this power she has in plenty in her body and mind. Man has little utility in life creation. And as he is denied the opportunity to work in the field of life creation, he engages his creative activity in the field of the heart. What we call civilization as the combined effect of literature, art, science, philosophy, and religion is the creation of man, the fugitive form in the nature of life. A song of brisk melody in combination of a variety of modes and tones always keeps track of a steady fusion of tunes. Similarly, despite the maddening speed of the creative force, man always keeps his ears open to the main tone of steadiness in life. As he carries on with the weight of his energies' austere endeavor for attainment that is always incomplete, he desires initiation of beauty. The manifestation of that steadiness is woman's grace. Its fruit is woman's goodness, and the tone of it is woman's beauty. If the splendid essence of life of woman is obstructed to flow freely by man's initiative, the machine gets priority in the process of this creation. Then man always hurts others with the machine that he creates and is himself hurt in the process. I've tried to express this thought in my play Rakta Karabi. In this play, men in Yakhapuri are extracting gold from under the earth by the great power of the machine. The fierce urge of the king to collect and amass wealth has evicted life's grace from such endeavor. He had men surrender to the complex net created by his urge, and he was isolated from the world. He had forgotten that the worth of happiness is more than that of gold. He had forgotten that there is no fulfillment of life in might, it is in love. There, men are kept as slaves, and the king himself is imprisoned in his fort. Life flowed by the order of the machine, and love's passion was throttled by the captivating net. And then the woman arrives. Nandini, she comes. Influenced by the intense initiation of woman power, the king endeavored to remove all the barriers to allow free flow of life. The most fearful of these, his fortress, he broke. This has been described in the play. What I started with, there is no end to man's tryst. And this is why he is always thirsty for the nectar to complete his creation well. The grace of woman's heart makes him drink this juice. There is always in man's world a conflict of different thoughts, hesitations, arguments, creating and destroying. And in this continuous tryst, his agitated and vacillating mind looks for the simple repleteness of the life world. Woman has that life's dallying. This dallying is as simple and spontaneous as the fluttering of the creeper in breeze, blooming of spring flowers in garden. And this lively picture of fulfillment is very delightful for thought-laden heart. The beauty of this fulfillment, this simple display of life, not only pleases man's mind, it gives him strength and forever reveals his creation in a splendid form. This is why man in his austere endeavor considers woman power as the driving force to fulfillment. We do not see this power in the actual field of work of man. The flower is visible, but the secret power that causes it to bloom to fulfillment is unseen. The woman power in the deeds of man is similarly covered. So you see this very traditional idea of the feminine and masculine and how the two complement each other. And as I said in the beginning, that might no longer be the case in our societies where perhaps these ideas are no longer valid.